It's on the Yard Sports. I'm Perry White, and what I need you guys to go do is follow and subscribe to our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter page right now. And now we preview the 2022 Jackson State football team. Veterans Memorial Stadium, located in Jackson, Mississippi, is home to the Jackson State Tigers, where their home record over the past 10 years is 23 wins to 27 losses. They currently hold a 6-game home winning streak, and in 2021, the Jackson State faithful drew the highest number of fans in FCS football history at 42,000 plus. Coach Deion Sanders was named the 21st head football coach at Jackson State University on September 21st, 2020. Coach Sanders was named the SWAC Coach of the Year, FCS Eddie Robertson National Coach of the Year, and Black College Hall of Fame Coach of the Year in 2021. An 8-time Pro Bowler and 2-time Super Bowl champion, Coach Sanders played 14 seasons in the NFL. Let's take a look back at the fall 2021 Jackson State football schedule, where the Tigers finished the season at 11-2 and 8-0 in conference play. The Tigers won their first SWAC Eastern Division title since 2013 and won their first overall SWAC title since 2007. During the 2021 season, Jackson State's offense, led by their quarterback Shedeur Sanders, ranked 4th in the SWAC, averaging 27 points on the season. Defensively, one of the best in FCS and the best in the conference, as they ranked 1st in the SWAC, giving up an average of 14 points a game. Not only did the Tigers win the SWAC, but they went on to take on South Carolina State and fell short in the Celebration Bowl in Atlanta, Georgia. The biggest question coming out of the 2022 season for me, when you look at Jackson State, is can they dominate? And I think Coach Deion Sanders went into his recruiting bag and tried to show people that he will put this team in a position to dominate by first bringing in All-American, 5-star, the #1 ranked high school recruit in the nation, Travis Hunter, a guy that should make an immediate impact to this football team, both on the offense and defensive side of the ball. But as well as now you see on the screen, he goes out and recruit and gets some other guys to come in, not only directly out of high school, but as well as the transfer portal. Jackson State is going to really have to beef up and build some depth. They struggled offensively last year, was not one of the best rushing teams in the conference, and an offensive line that was very, very shaky. But defensively, they lose James Houston, who got drafted to the Detroit Lions, but they bring back Aubrey Miller, who should be a big leader on the defensive side of the ball. When you look at the spring game, first immediate impact was Travis Hunter. He came in and played offense and defense, catching a touchdown as well as catching an interception in that ball game. He has showed he can be an immediate impact, and that's what Jackson State is going to need if they're looking to dominate, as well as to continue the dominance on defense. They had one of the best defenses in FCS and the best in the conference last year. And when you look at them on special teams, Isaiah Bolden is a huge playmaker that is able to return the ball for them. Jackson State should be loaded this year. The only question is, once again, can they dominate? And that's going to be the thing I think Coach Deion Sanders is going to push and harp on this team each and every day as they get ready to start the 2022 season in the Orange Blossom Classic against Florida A&M. It's going to be crucial. But listen, let's take a look at what Coach Deion Sanders had to say at SWAC Media Day.
We need a little more beef up front. We got to get people from on his back, like we saw several times last season. So you may not even see a starter that was starting last season on the offensive line when we kick off against FAMU. Defensively, we knew we needed some pressure in the front. We have probably James Houston was a wonderful talent. I feel like we have 4 of those now, and push up the front, because that quarterback is going to step up, try to escape out the pocket. We got some push up the front, probably 8 of those. Secondary is phenomenal with Travs and a few others that I can't wait till you see them. And the linebacker core led by Aubrey Miller is phenomenal as well. So defensively, we stepped it up. We led not the FCS, we led the nation in sacks last season. We led the nation. So we stepped that up a whole nother level as well. But offensively, adding Brett Bartolome is phenomenal. And we went out and acquired the strength and conditioning coach from the University of Georgia. Mo has done a wonderful job, what he's brought to our strength and conditioning department. So you're going to see the dividends of those pay off.
Let's check out the 2022 Jackson State football schedule. I want to thank my friends over at VersusSportsSimulator.com for sending over this projected record for the 2022 Jackson State Tigers. And they have projected the Tigers to go 10-1 with a best case scenario at 11-0 and worst case at 9-2 with 2 swing games located on the schedule. And one of those swing games starts out the season against Florida A&M in the Orange Blossom Classic. A 48% chance for Jackson State in that ball game. Should be very good when you look at both teams defensively, the best in the conference. And then Jackson State with high percentages against Tennessee State, Grambling, Mississippi Valley, Alabama State, and Bethune-Cookman. Then you come to that second swing game of the season against Campbell. It's going to be Jackson State's homecoming. The atmosphere is going to be electric, but Campbell, one of the best FCS recruiting classes in the nation, along with Jackson State coming into this year. Then they have the big game against Southern, Texas Southern, Alabama A&M, and Alcorn to round out the season. Remember, these are just projections, but leave your comment in the comment section below in terms of what you think Jackson State is going to do. Here's the 2022 SWAC predicted order of finish, and when you look over at the SWAC East, of course, who's at the top? The defending SWAC East champions and the SWAC champion Jackson State. Can Florida A&M or any one of those teams in the SWAC East dethrone them? That's going to be the biggest question. Until then, they are the champions. And here's the guy that makes that Jackson State offense move so well, and that's Shedeur Sanders. Just a freshman last year, won freshman of the year. He's considered the preseason offensive player of the year in the conference. It's going to be crucial in what he's able to do with his arm to lead this offense back to another SWAC championship. He has to play efficient, but let's see what he does this season. And we close it out by taking a look at the preseason all-SWAC selection at first-team offense and defense, as well as second-team offense and defense. Jackson State getting 8 players named to this list. That should make a real big impact when you look at talking about, can this team dominate and can they repeat as SWAC, not only East Division champions, but overall conference champions. They're going to need all 8 of those guys as well as some others to step it up in order to bring home another conference championship to Jackson, Mississippi. Remember to follow and subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, as well as Twitter at OnTheYardSports. And as always, I'm Perry White. Peace.